Can you talk about a little bit more your major?
Because like before I chose social work in high school, because in Australia you do your year 11, 12 subjects, and that kind of sets your path for university.
Oh.
So in a lot of universities like Melbourne University, you need mathematics, English as like a prerequisite. So I was doing maths, English, biology, chemistry. I liked them all, but at the end of the day, it wasn't what I was actually good at, like really good at. That wasn't my skill, but I love talking to people and connecting and helping people. And that I changed all my, at the last minute, my university degree, what I wanted to do. I wanted to do originally like science research, like social work, it's so different, but I guess it's more social science in a way. You're like learning people's behavior and how people act, and then using that information to help them. Maybe not help isn't the right word, but to kind of give them options on how they can help themselves.
Exactly.
But so that's why I like it, because it's not limited to one thing. It's so broad, and there's so many different ways I can help people in different things.
So after graduation, you want to find your job in this area, or?
Yeah, so I think what I would like to do at the end is counseling. I'd really like to like talk with people one-on-one and work with people one-on-one. Sorry, I'll pick that up later. It's even families, maybe like financial, like emotional, like mental health. I think, that's important for me and something I want to go into.
A lot of Korean people having hard time to find something that they truly want to do. But I think you found what you love very early.
Yeah, I think because Victoria University, there's a lot of mature age students, older students, and they have done careers in like banking and corporate, and they realize, I don't want this for myself. I want it more meaningful. So they come to social work, and I am lucky because I realized that very quickly. And then I think also maybe I might have a reverse and then like do this now, and then when I get older do something where it's not as emotionally attached to your job, because it can take a lot of emotional strength. If you're dealing with like sexual abuse, violence, it's very hard to go home and forget about work. We're dealing with people that maybe want to commit suicide, and so it's very hard, but it's rewarding, I think.
This job is really good because you can help the other people's life. Trying to help other people, that's the beautiful things in our life.
It is true. I think we need to like work together as like people all together. That's why social work is good, because it's definitely a helping work environment, whereas I know in corporate it's a lot of competition and like to be better than like another group of people, or even like within work roles, like to be better because you want that position. So I think the culture is better in this working environment, very supportive, but that's just I guess I've not been someone that's very interested in like banking and making the most money. Sometimes deep down you maybe worry about money and like, oh, do I have this, do I have that? But in the end, like maybe someone has millions of dollars but they're not happy, and like maybe not happy with what they're doing.
Actually, the mental health is really big problem these days in Korean society.
Really?
Because we are very competitive. Korean society is very competitive, and we always chasing to be success in life. So you can easily get a lot of pressure, a lot of social pressure. So many people have a mental problem, but at the same time, people are very afraid to talk about their mental issue because this is kind of taboo. Is it right?
Taboo.
Taboo, socially taboo. The suicide rate is very high one of the highest country in the world.
Oh wow.
Korea, yeah.
Mental health, it's definitely a systematic problem. Like, so I guess in your culture, it's very ingrained in the culture. And yeah, in a way, it's kind of good because it pushes you to do well, and it has a bit of pressure for you to perform. But when it comes to like feeling like inadequate, like you're not good enough, that it is sad. And I think mental health only started to be recognized in Australia very recently.
Oh really?
Yeah, like I think from me growing up, it was definitely something you didn't really talk about. But now it's a lot more
open, right?
Especially men, because men are like the number one for suicide. Like I think, I don't know the statistics, but in Australia, like between the mid 40s, like men are, that's like one of the highest non-disease killers of men. Yeah, it's something that in my work is important.
Yeah, very important.
And and it's definitely a cultural thing, like not talking about it. And it's interesting to hear that in Korea, because I think competitive, it's very linked.
Especially I think the men normally have to be like strong. Yeah, right. So this is one of the reason they don't talk about, the men don't talk about their problem. Yeah, because they don't want to be weak. And you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think it's interesting because it's like every culture is the same. Like the men like always want to be strong and protect, like, and hold their emotions. And it's interesting because like as a friend, did you know what to do? Like help your how to?
I think I'm trying to listen. I think that's the important, just listening.
100%. I think so. Listening and making them feel heard is it's important, because that's sometimes the only thing people need is to be listened to. Like that's how simple it can be, especially with no judgment.
That's really important. No judgment.